Alright, so here we are. As promised, we're going to try to combine both of these straps, which is the battery and the other strap from Kiwi, and see if we can get a combined experience like no other. Let's get into it. Now in the last video I did try to actually combine them by just removing and swapping out the front end of these straps, but it did not work out. Like I mentioned, the actual rails or arms are completely different, but hopefully the actual clanking mechanism should be the same. For the battery strap, it seems like we have about 8 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 under a bunch of rubber grommets. And comparing that to the other strap, we only have 4 of them without the rubber grommets, so let's see how it goes. Alright, so we got all 4 screws out. Now we just need to pop it open. And there we go. So we got the mechanism that we were after. Basically, this is all we need. We're just going to go ahead and swap it into the headset, which should be a pretty straightforward process. Hopefully, the battery strap is using the same mechanism with the same amount of teeth, the same length, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and move that over and open up the battery strap. Alright, so all 8 grommets are out. Let's go ahead and start unscrewing it. Alright, so the moment of truth. We have the exact same amount of teeth and the same style and the same exact design. So this should be a pretty straightforward swap. But before we do that, let's take a closer look at the battery circuit. And once again, we have another 8 screws. So we're going to add some force here. Hopefully we don't puncture anything. Pop that out and try to pop the other side. And there we go. Very cool. So here's what we have here. We got our USB port that has a mold that keeps it in place without getting tugged and pulling the entire circuit from the inside. Crimped around here, and then it terminates into a disconnect that we'll find on the actual circuit, and that's where it goes right here. So it's a dual battery system, and let's see if we can actually take a look at what's inside here. It's hard to see, but it says 3.8 volts at 3200 milliamp hours, which is exactly what they claim, as we have 2 of them for a combined total of 6400 milliamp hours. A similar design to the official Elite strap, and it's pretty straightforward. Now, alongside the battery terminals that we have here, we also have temperature sensors on each battery, which is very important for safety reasons. For example, if the battery overheats, the system will shut down, so it doesn't cause a total meltdown and an explosion in the back of your head. So that's nice to have. And if you take a look under the PCB, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot. In fact, there's probably nothing. Everything here is surface mounted. And now let's go ahead and try to disassemble one of these things. Now, the last time I tried this, it was actually very hard. I got one of them, but the other one didn't work out too well. The main reason is that these screws are very tightly put together, and you need yourself a very nice, perfect screwdriver, a ton of force pushing in and rotating at the same time. And doing it with the wrong screwdriver, of course, you're going to ruin it, and it's going to make your work even harder. I know for sure that I can get one of them out. I'm not sure which one it was. Okay, that's not working. It might be this one. There we go. It's hard to tell, but some Loctite might have been used. Now, preferably, we don't want to completely disassemble it and waste our time and possibly break it and, all that pain with the, extra hard screw. But if we can actually get access to the sound driver without destroying the headset, then that would be a win. Now, trying it from here, it doesn't seem like it's going to go. Now, another thing we can probably try is to pop up in the back cover here. So let's go ahead and try that. Can we open it? Seems like, yep, there we go. Alright, so this is pretty interesting. So the cable is actually coming into this little PCB, which basically looks like it's just joining it. There are 2 reasons I can think of for this PCB. One is easy manufacturing, while the other is the possibility of easy repair. So if you do end up breaking the outside cable, you can make yourself a new cable and just join it right away on this PCB, which makes life a bit easier. So here we have the other mechanism that we're trying to get through. Let's give this one a try again. Perfect. That's what that looks like on the inside. It's pretty straightforward. Memory foam, mesh, and the outer layer. And this material is pretty good. It's not going to rip that easily, and it should last a pretty decent amount of time. We don't have to completely disassemble the whole thing and ruin it and possibly break it. We can grab ourselves a pair of Koss headphones and swap the drivers into here if there's enough space. Cool, we broke it as well. And the moment of truth. Alright, so we got 40mm drivers. Nice. And a quick Google search about the Koss sound drivers tells us that they are 35mm. So with confidence, we can say that we can definitely fit them right in here and have no issues whatsoever. So for those who don't know, Koss is a popular brand of headphones that people use. They come just with the right mechanics, the right sound quality, and the right price point for those who are doing a DIY audio solution for their Oculus Quest. So that's pretty exciting. I've already placed my order. I'm just gonna have to wait for that to come in. And as soon as it comes in, we'll be digging through this headset again and putting it all together. Sounds like a fun project. Right, so to actually pop this open, it's pretty straightforward. You just gotta have some patience and just the right tool. Here I have a prying tool with a sharp edge, so I just kind of forced it in, went around, and then added some consistent force until it popped out. Alright, so that's what that looks like. So once my Koss Pro arrives, you'll be seeing a video where I just drop that in and we'll have ourselves a pretty nice solution. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to go ahead and combine what we have on hand. So I went ahead and screwed this back together. Then we want to go ahead and grab our right side, line it up, grab the left, and do the same thing. And finally, pop it all back together with the final piece. So now I'll go ahead and screw everything back together and we'll be back in just a bit. And we're back. So here it is in all its glory. This thing looks pretty sweet. We got battery, we got audio. We got an almost complete solution. It only took us 2 years. So you're probably asking, how comfortable is it? Well, it's pretty damn comfortable if you ask me. It's got just the right balance and my ears are nicely padded. It feels pretty sick. Alright, so it only took us 2 years, but we finally have it. A battery audio strap. And it's pretty great. It's a fantastic start. And to be honest, it's only a matter of time before they make it themselves. I mean, they already have the parts, the manufacturing, it's the same company. And as someone who's been reviewing and watching the VR landscape since 2016, I can tell you that we're only going to see more of this very, very soon. Because that's just how it is. One company makes a design, comes up with a new idea, and everyone starts making it. So yeah, it's a very exciting time. We have all these companies competing for the same space, and it's only good for the consumer, as it gives you more options, more variety, and a better improved experience overall, since everyone is trying to up each other every time they release something. So anyways, with that being said, stick around as we have a whole lot more coming up. One of them is going to be pretty exciting. We're going to be playing around with some computer hardware, and we'll be digging deep into some wacky stuff. So with that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.